Do you know what I have in my hands? Can you guess what this is? The only person that would have guessed rightly cannot see, so they won't know what is in my hand. But what I have in my hand is a stylus. And just as the pen is very important to the one who sees, he uses the pen to write down his thoughts and everything he wants to write. So is the stylus very important to the blind man, because without this, he can't put down his thoughts manually. This is a stylus that helps you to put down the braille writing. Welcome on Against All Odds. Today we have a fantastic guest. All I need you to do is just to sit back and let's journey with Adeola Aina. My name is Toshima Pius Ikerabe. Don't go away. Don't go away.
This is Against All Odds.
Adeola, what did you call this?
Writing frame.
The writing frame. And in the writing frame, we have a paper. Is it only a visually impaired person that uses the writing frame or understands what I'm holding?
Not only the blind person, but then you can say it's those with visual impairment, but anybody who is a specialist, an educator of the blind, is aware of what you are holding. Or those who have worked closely or live closely with blind persons will also know it. For example, relatives,
yes,
will know what it is. Friends will know what it is.
Okay.
But they may not be able to read or write with it.
With it.
Yes.
Okay. So like now that I am a friend, I know what it is called.
Yes.
And tomorrow when I see it,
You
I
will
will know what it is.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sure before I leave here today, you will also teach me how to write with it.
God willing.
Thank you so much for coming on Against All Odds today.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. So who is Adeola?
Okay, I am Adeola Aina, from Ogun State. I come from a polygamous family, and then I'm the only one with visual challenge in my family, and I've gone to school as a blind child. Let me state that I have been blind from my under 10 years, and I've been blind, let me say, for more than 3 decades, and I've lived my life and graduated from school, worked in several places as a blind person, and I'm fine.
Obviously, you're
Yes.
fine. You actually take charge of your environment and you know what you want. Adeola, tell us, how have you been able to handle blindness?
Okay, so now that you have specified how have I been able to handle challenge, I've been striving to be a better person and to improve and not to let my disability define me. Rather, it's my productivity that defines me. So when you say how has life been? To me, life has just been like it is to every Nigerian. So if you say cost of living is high on my side. If you say house rent is high, fuel price is high, it's the same that I feel. But when you say how have I been able to handle blindness, I've been handling it well. Taking a rider from the training I got right from school, I've been integrating with other persons in the society. I've been trying to include myself with the so-called normal people. So I just try to figure out where I can contribute and where I can be given opportunity to do what I can do, so that my impact will also show in the society. And I thank God He has been giving me that edge over people who don't have this ability.
We've had, people share their stories with us, how job hunting has been made more difficult because they are persons with disabilities.
Yes.
How has your own journey through job hunting been? Because I heard you said you've worked in several places.
Fortunately for me, my first work was immediately after I finished secondary school. I worked with a Braille production center in Lagos. And how did that come about? Immediately after my school, I went there and I saw what they were doing, and I was like, I will like to learn what you people are doing here. And 1-2 weeks, I got involved. I was learning, like just an intern with them. And before you know it, I think one of the management staff saw that, okay, I could actually work with them, since one of their staff was going back to school at the time. So that's how they fixed me in. And then I worked with them for several years. Even while I was still in the university, I was still during my holidays, I would go back there to go and work, and I would earn salary. In fact, the salaries I got from there was what I used to sponsor my university education, like from 300 to my final year. And after my university, I still continue working with them. And after that too, because I also got involved in Association of Persons with Disability, they saw my potential, and I was also called upon to come and manage a project with them. For about 3 years, I managed a project, did excellent work for them. And by the time I wanted to leave, they didn't want me to leave. And when I just applied to where I currently work with the National Commission for Persons with Disability, I got my employment straight away. But that's not to say because I had it smooth, others will have it that way. There are persons with disability who have graduated 15 years, and up till now they are still searching for job, just because employers of labor don't know what to do or how to employ them. And because not many organizations also want to hire persons with disability.
Did you study Braille in school?
I went to school as a blind child. So I first learned how to read and write in Braille. Just like you learned from your primary school how to write your alphabet using your pen and reading from your book. I did that in Braille all through my primary school, and I learned other subjects like the regular primary school. I proceeded from there to secondary school. Upbringing that we have learned from the School for the Blind took me there, and I integrated with every other person. That's a school that is not for the blind or not for anybody. It's just the federal government colleges. So one of those. So I went there and I passed my WAEC and everything, and then I got admitted into university, studied political science. And after that was when it was during that I worked with the Braille Production Center, where I learned how to use all these machines. But then I had learned how to use the stylus, I learned how to use the Perkins Brailler, I learned how to read and write well before that. But all I needed was to learn the digital Braille production, which is done using the embosser and then using the computer.
Let me take us backwards a bit, okay? What was your childhood like? Did blindness limit you from having your childhood experiences?
I lost my sight completely about the age of 10. So I had played all the plays that every child played. Even though I was losing my sight gradually, I had played all the play. So when you talk of hide and seek, when you talk of long jump or high jump that children do, when you talk of sway, when you talk of building houses with sand, when you talk of building things with palm fronds, making toy cars with cartons and milk container with all sorts of things, I had done that. Even though my sight was not as good as those of the other children, who were all running, even rolling of tires. I had done all of that before my sight completely went off. But even as my sight went completely off, I was not still left out, because my peers, they still kind of guide me in all of that. So blindness did not really limit me completely. So the only thing where I didn't really say childhood was maybe in my teenage days, and those days I was always in school. Okay, so I am diagnosed of glaucoma. So right from birth it has been said that I have glaucoma, and all they could do was to manage it, and then it was managed until I lost it completely. And since I lost it completely, I've been living my life like that.
Glaucoma is a group of eye diseases characterized by damage to the optic nerve, which transmits visual information from the eye to the brain. This damage is often caused by increased pressure within the eye. Symptoms may vary by type and severity, and early stages can be symptom-free. Open angle glaucoma, most common type. Gradual loss of sight, peripheral vision, development of blind spots in your peripheral vision, which can go unnoticed for a long time. Difficulty seen in the central vision in later stages. Angle closure glaucoma, medical emergency. Sudden and severe eye pain, bad headache, blurred vision, nausea and vomiting, seeing rainbow-like halos around lights, red or bloodshot eye. General symptoms can occur with various types. Eye pain or pressure, headaches, gradually developing low vision. Eye early detection is key. Glaucoma can cause permanent vision loss and blindness, so early detection and treatment are vital to protect your vision.
Against all odds.
A lot of people will be wondering why he is so independent.
Okay, so I said in my earlier discussion that I went to School for the Blind, which was a boarding school. The school is Pacheli School for the Blind in Lagos. So in that school, we were nurtured as if we don't have any disability. So you are taught to wash your clothes by yourself. You are taught to fetch your water at the right time, to lay your bed at the when you wake up, first thing you wake up, you lay your bed after your prayers, and then take your bed, dress appropriately. We're taught normal daily living skills. This is what colors to combine to wear your clothes, shine your shoe, brush your hair, do this and all of that. And if you are somebody who doesn't really know, you are attached to somebody, like they call school father or school mother. You are attached to a senior person who is going to guide you. That person that you are attached to is also a blind person to guide you in doing all of those. So that I didn't have to live at the mercy of anybody. Plus that my parents, I don't know whether deliberately or not deliberately, my mom nurtured me alongside my siblings who don't have any disability. So my mom, at the age of say 15, I was already introduced to cooking in the kitchen as a blind child. So my mom would say, if you know how to eat semo, you should know how to cook it. You should know how to make it. If you know how to eat amala, on the day when there's nobody to make it for you, then you should know how to make the amala. If it's a vegetable soup that is your favorite, nobody should cook it better than you can cook it. So I was taught all of that as a blind child. So that really did not leave me at the mercy of anybody. So don't also forget that in my earlier conversation, I said that I integrated very well and proved my productivity everywhere that I go. So people, one of my friends still mentioned yesterday that my own kind of style, I may not even need anybody to do anything for me in a year. That's all that I needed. I could sort myself out.
Adeola is happily married and he has a son. How did this journey begin?
One fateful Sunday afternoon after church, I went to visit a friend who is also a blind person. And I met a lady with him who also came to visit that same person. And then after we had so many discussions in that my friend's place, and after leaving there, I called my friend back to say, I met somebody in your place the other day, and I think I like her. Would you please give me her number? So he did, and we started conversation from there, and we became friends and all of that. And at the time when she came to visit me, she saw my ability my independent ability, and then I think that gave her so many assurances that she won't be doing so many things for me rather than what every other person do for their husbands. So we concluded, and then we got married, and everything went smoothly. I had some family challenges saying that don't marry a blind person and all of that, but those were not the main people who could decide to say, I'm not going to join you. But as for our parents, they gave their nod to say, well, if that is what you have chosen, go ahead.
Okay, so let's come back home. Let's come back to this table. I'm seeing so many things on your decks right now,
yes.
And I would like to know, apart from this that I know, okay, what are the things that are on this table, and what exactly are they used for?
Okay, so this is my office table, and these are things that I work with on a daily basis. So here I have the Perkins Brailler, which is used for producing braille. For anybody who doesn't know what braille is a system that blind people use using their fingers to trace raised dots on a paper. It is our own print that you read with your eyes. instead of reading with our eyes, we read with our fingers, tracing the dots on the paper, and this produces that for us. This is the other one, slate or writing frame with stylus. This is done manually. So and then on this side is the braille embosser, which is like the usual embosser, the usual printer you have in your office that is connected to your computer. So but this, instead of printing something to read with your eyes, this produces braille for me. It produces braille. So with this, if I have plenty things to put in braille, I send it to this. This produce digital braille. So this material is prepared by the Lagos State AIDS Control Agency. So I'm going to, it's a Microsoft Word now. So I have translated it to braille on my sister, and then I'll be sending it to my braille embosser. What it prints is braille. So I just printed it halfway. Now taking it to where I'm going to bind
Easy.
it. Sorry, that's no problem. Great. With this, I've been able to produce the HIV material in braille for a blind person to be able to read.
Has developed this guide to empower individuals with accurate knowledge about HIV and AIDS.
This is against all odds.
First sight, I thought it was the same usual paper we use every day, but holding it now, the feeling it's even different. Yeah. Okay, so now, can anybody do braille? Can I write?
Yes, if you have been taught to use it, you can.
I've never been taught in my life. Now this is the first time. How do you teach me?
Okay, so you put your paper in this way. You put it on this side. On this side.
Okay.
And make sure that it gets to the edge very well.
Yes.
So let it come up so that you can have your top margin there.
Okay.
Then if you look at it, you have
a pin and
a pin.
Yeah.
So that will make your paper not to move anywhere.
Okay, so the pin clips it.
Yes, it clips.
The pin serves as a clip.
Now you have put it, so you have to press down. You start the writing you write braille from right to left, so that when you finish writing, you turn it over and read from left to right.
Okay, so now if I'm writing my name, Doshima.
Yes, braille is a system of 6 dots, and Doshima starts with D. Mm-hmm. To produce letter D, you type .145. If you hold your stylus,
okay, so this is
you hold your stylus this way. No,
okay.
Watch my hand.
Okay.
Watch my hand.
Oh, okay, this way.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you hold it, the dots
Am I
are.
holding it right? Oh.
So you have punch 1, then
okay.
you come to this place, punch 4. Did you
okay.
feel the
Yes,
the push?
I can feel the beat.
Okay. Okay, 5. That's right. You have written D like that.
Oh.
Then you come to the next cell.
Okay.
O is .1.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
And then 5.
Okay.
Okay. Then M, right?
Yeah.
M is dot 1,
Okay.
3,
Okay.
and 4.
And 4. Oh.
A is dot 1.
Okay.
That is it. So you open it,
Chineke.
and then you turn the paper, then you can feel with your hand what you have written.
Okay. So the person, now you know what.
I know what you have written, but you don't know
I
because
can't
you
know.
don't know the Braille
Because the
alphabet.
only thing I'm seeing is
Dot. So you don't know the Braille
Oh
alphabet.
my God. And this is not a teaching of one day.
You have to come back and pay money for
And
that.
pay money for that. How does he intend to duplicate himself and impact in the younger generation?
Okay, so prior to this place, while I was working, before I got to commission, I have been doing what is called rehabilitation officer. I have been a computer instructor for the blind, and then we have done all of that to impact other young persons with visual impairment who are coming behind us. We have trained several, even while in this office, sometimes we get referrals for people who just acquire blindness and need some form of rehabilitation, some orientation and mobility, some counseling that can make them just integrate. That's the way I am doing or have done. A person with disability that you know should not be compared to every other person that you know, because each person have their own ability and their own peculiar needs.
Do you know that when you come in contact with a person with blindness or visually impaired person, you should be descriptive? Like, hello, my name is Toshima Payosikirave. I'm wearing a black dress with brown dots, and then my hair is beautifully made. That way, you've given the person a mental picture of what and who you look like, and carry them along in everything you're doing. You do not say, "Don't worry," because today I learned, Adeola told me, I shouldn't say "don't worry" to him. I should let him into all my arrangements and all my preparations. And I hope you will also take that home. Thank you for staying with us on Against All Odds. We're going to do this again next week, same time.
Abuja.